Aloha friends and family. Welcome back to the channel. You cannot serve two masters. Who are the two masters? There's not two masters. There's one God. There is one good. So when it says you cannot serve two masters, it's not saying you have to choose one or the other. It's reminding you that there is only one. Again, the clarity that comes in unity consciousness is beyond the intellect. I mean, it really is. We've always looked at everything and thought about everything from duality consciousness and tried to make it make sense. And it just doesn't. It doesn't work. It does not work. So the Christians have a long ways to go if they still think you cannot serve two masters means it's one or the other. And again, we back to the Garden of Eden story with Adam and Eve. When they ate that fruit, it now became one or the other, duality. So it's not one or the other because there is no other. It's just the one. But when you get down into duality consciousness and you believe that bad old devil's out there, and you believe there's that contrary force, you believe that hell is awaiting for those that don't pick the other end of the polarity spectrum of good, good and evil, from duality's perspective. See, who did the Christians basically, or the pre-Christians, whatever we would call them, the ones in this dualistic state, who was their God? Who was their God? Jehovah was their God, right? Jehovah was God. But then when Jesus comes along, they throw Jehovah under the bus, and now they've got a new idol in town. Move over, Jehovah, there's a new idol in town. And so the new idol becomes Jesus. That's God now. That's our God now. Unless you believe that Jesus is your God and you worship like we do and you believe the Bible interpretations the way we say it is, then you're headed for hell. And see, so right there, they're in duality still. They're still in that judgmental mode. They're still in that fearful mode. They're still in that mode of where they need an idol to worship because they don't know that I am is within them. So you cannot serve two masters. Let's bring this up to what it really means, what that's really saying. There are no two masters. It's an illusion. It's duality. It's not one or the other on a spectrum of polarity. There is only one. So where is the master? Who is the master we're to serve? It's source. You, me, we are an individuation of source. So the kingdom is within us. And the master is not a master in the sense of somebody that's giving you commands and directives. The master is the master in the sense of master teacher, master metaphysician, master alchemist, master builder, master mind. That's the master, because that's the mastery that comes to us from the one, and it comes through us. And we know that we are standing on holy ground in the kingdom from within. Let's briefly touch on the body of Christ. We went into the bride of Christ yesterday, or whenever it was. We went into the 144,000. So then the body of Christ is the 144,000 that he was the way shower for, of how to get back to the kingdom, how to activate the kingdom, how to move back into unity consciousness. So that's why in the title I put cells of a spiritual body. You and I are cells that make up the body of Christ. And we are now moving into CHRISTaline form. Our DNA is altering, crystallizing, Christalizing. Wonderful, wonderful good news. This is the good news. And we leave you with that. Till next time, my beautiful friends and family.